Good morning, everyone. Today's legal podcast is about a special type of appeal. It's appeals from the local court to the district court in criminal matters. A special kind of appeal in the sense that they're different. These kind of appeals are different to appeals that require errors of law to be established normally. So these kinds of appeals, for example, sentence appeals are appeals de novo. So basically, district court, you're pretty much running the sentence hearing from scratch. All grounds appeals, which involve appeals in relation to conviction as well as sentence, they are slightly different. They are appeals that require some sort of error to be established, usually a legal, factual or discretionary error to be established before those appeals can be entertained. But also they are required to be on the papers, so on the evidence presented before the local court. So usually the transcripts before the local court of the evidence and the proceedings, as well as the exhibits, they'll have to be before the appeal in the district court. Now, the important thing about this is that normally no new evidence is permitted. However, leave may be sought to adduce fresh evidence on the appeal. This is in all grounds appeals. So sentencing appeals, no leave is required. You can present new material and all that, no issue. With all grounds appeals, the leave is required. It's required to be in the interest of justice to give that leave for fresh evidence. Fresh evidence is evidence that was not given in the earlier proceedings in the court below. And there's different types of sort of rules depending on what evidence is sought to be adduced. If it's, for example, from a witness who was the alleged victim of violence, and fresh evidence, or that witness is sought to be called to give further evidence, the test is special reasons. So special reasons must be established to call evidence from that particular witness. For any other witness, it's substantial reasons. That's the test. So there's a different test. So that's in a nutshell what applies to appeals from the local court to the district court. There's a special category of appeals which involve a plea of guilty. So if there was a plea of guilty in the local court, then leave is required to, in effect, traverse that guilty plea in the district court before the appeal may be heard. And then if the appeal is successful, the all grounds appeal is successful, the plea traversal in effect is successful, then what happens is the court, the district court, which could normally set aside the conviction, in those circumstances would have to remit the matter back to the local court for, in effect, another hearing in the local court. So in the event of a plea of guilty that is sought to be withdrawn effectively, a leave is required and the district court will not finalise the matter in effect. It will be remitted to the local court. So in a nutshell, that's what I wish to say today about appeals to the district court from the local court. Have a great day.